A place that we really get excited when we talk to health plans is encouraging them to think about the strategic value of an explanation of benefits document, and knowing that immediately after, especially if there's a chronic condition at play or if there's an acute emergency at play, um, we have a member's attention in a way that we very rarely do throughout the year, and in a way that from a marketer's perspective is highly effective and highly valuable. My attention to any of the documentation following an episode such as that is probably heightened to the degree that I really am giving the time of day to correspondence that relates to that episode. And so if we've always, EOBs are the prime example of something that looks like it was built by a mathematician and by an actuary, and for some reason, I, as just a regular old person out there, am receiving it. If we can change the voice of that explanation of benefits document, which does not mean to change that much of the formatting, and I'll speak to that in a second, certainly doesn't mean to change the nature of the content, but if we can layer in, hey, this is the explanation of benefits for your recent visit. By the way, here's a link to a diabetes prevention program that you might find valuable. Now, if that's related to a recent A1C or a glaucoma specialist or something else related to that condition, boy, have I struck while the iron's hot there. And boy, do I have the opportunity to get that member the benefit that they would value and the benefit that we as a health plan have invested in. Now we're starting to think about there are regulatory constraints around some of these documents. What we're looking at on the screen here might be more provocative or might be something that is outside the lines from a compliance perspective of what your team is comfortable taking on. I would encourage this, even if you leave the existing document completely on its own and don't touch it, there's almost always an opportunity on an address sheet, which has this huge white space at the bottom of it. And it's just begging to be used for something that's a little bit more consumer friendly. That might be the only thing that really gets read and comprehended and understood in the opening of a letter or an EOB document. So at the very least, use that bottom third of an address sheet to say, here's something that's really member friendly and really has an opportunity to get somebody to start taking action in a particular direction.